Blaseball?
Blase ball.
Blase ball?
Blaseball.
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 Blaseball? Not Blazeball?
I said
Blaseball.
Blaseball.
Baseball.
Blase
like-
ball?
Blazeball.
Is this the fighting game you play, Ben?
No, that's blue ball. Blaseball.
Blaseball Strive coming to PS4 this fall. What the fuck is Blaseball?
Okay.
I feel like I've seen nothing but people tweeting about it, and yet I could not intuit a single thing about it.
At its core, Blaseball is, so there's 20 teams. You go to blaseball.com, you make an account, and you pick your favorite team. There's like 20 teams. They all have names like the Seattle Garages, the Boston Flowers. I am personally a Breckenridge Jazz Hands guy.
Ben, you're not rooting for the home team, the San Francisco Lovers?
Yeah, the Lovers?
No, I'm not really big on San Francisco sports anymore. I've moved to the East Bay. I gotta rebel against.
Oh,
And there's no
okay.
East Bay teams. There's so much.
Wait,
there's
I don't even know where Breckenridge is, and I'm not gonna look it up.
Is that
but I
something
just
you,
like
is that
the
something you can
idea of
actually
the
do
Jazz.
midstream around here? Like you move across the bay and you just like swap allegiances like that?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, look, the Niners abandoned us. The Warriors moved out of Oakland. I'm just feeling really betrayed by Bay Area.
It's the
The
Golden
Raiders?
State Warriors.
They're
The
in Vegas
Raiders are
now?
gone.
So
Like,
much
I
disrespect.
I
from,
can't
like,
put my
East Bay
trust
teams.
in a Bay Area sports team anymore. But you choose your team and you get some money. You get like $250 to start, and you can bet on the games. And games happen on the hour, every hour, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday is the playoffs. And so every season is a week, and that's kind of the core of Blaseball.
So it's gambling?
It is, yeah, it's all fake money and stuff. But then, like, the real appeal. So basically, like, that's been done before. There's like salty bet, and there's plenty of ways to get your rocks off by betting on fake stuff. But what hooked me on Blaseball is the kind of the meta layer around it, where. So I don't even know how to really get into it, but basically at the end of every week, people can vote. And first of all, you have to buy your voting rights, which is 100 coins. So you have to start making money there. But then fans kind of choose the rules. And so one of the first rules that the fans chose was to open a forbidden book. And upon doing that, we entered the discipline era. And so every once in a while, umpires just vaporize players. And those players are dead for real and forever, and they get placed, a substitute gets placed on. Or like recently, peanuts were voted as the thing. And all it said was like peanuts, not what was going to happen with peanuts. But basically, when the peanuts thing started happening, any players that were allergic to peanuts had a chance to get hit by a peanut and die. And then there's on top of that, like player specific stuff. Like you can have like somebody on your team get a gunblade arm, which will increase their hitting stats. And there's just all this weird meta stuff around Blaseball that is very appealing.
So it's basically the XFL for baseball?
It's
Instead of the XFL, it's like the Microsoft Excel of baseball.
Okay.
Because it's, if you've ever taken part in fantasy football or like fantasy baseball, a lot of like these stats or like the game is just constantly going, and you're just watching like, oh, this person got a strike, it's a ball, all right, they're out, bases are loaded, etc., and then I win or I lose. And like the actual games of baseball, they take like how long, Ben?
like 40 minutes.
40 minutes. And it goes like the full 9 innings if, stuff isn't interrupted by the weather or, the umpire vaporizing players.
Is there anything to watch there? Can you see people being
No.
vaporized?
You can, I mean, it's all text. It's all just like you can watch the feed of the game. And so like right now it says foul ball 0-2, which is for a random game. And then hit a ground out to Thomas England, stuff like that. And then like even beyond the weird meta layer of like these rules and stuff, there is an even larger layer where like, so I wonder, the only bummer about Blaseball right now is it's pretty unstable. It crashes a little bit. I think it's because it like blew up in a way that the commissioner who created the site wasn't expecting it to. But they're playing with that where like somebody found an exploit on the Peanut system, and basically as punishment, or because the site was getting a ton of 502 requests and people couldn't load into it, they just had this giant spinning peanut come up on the homepage, and it said like, "You're all shamed. You know what you did. The cheaters must come forward if you want Blaseball to continue." It's just a weird, fun thing that feels like it's one of those things that like it's a social experience to me. Like what's fun about it is like the people talking about it on Twitter, being on the Discord about it. Like the Discord is fun because the watch party room is for all 10 games. So you have people talking about all 10 games at the same time in one channel. So it's just this weird flood of text. It's something really fun to have open in another tab, while you're doing whatever. It's
basically like a clicker. Like I feel like I'm getting the same enjoyment from it as I would like a clicking game. It's totally. Just very passive, like engaging in like this weird, not very active way. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just like this very strange thing that I just have open in a tab all the time.
And you can treat it like a clicker because passively, if your team wins, you get a little bit of money, but then there's items that'll increase so that you can buy potions that increase the money you get when your team passively wins. That's how I've been doing it lately. I'm just like not betting because I can't fucking win a bet because I keep betting on the favorites. I bet on the favorites every time and I feel like I lose every time. So
wait, is that the actual team name, the favorites?
It very well could be.
I would believe that.
It could be a name.
That sounds like cheating, but it's like stacking the deck a little bit. I went to the site, and at the top there is a little graphic, and I can't tell if it's a ticket or a razor blade. And I don't know if that's intentional or not.
It's probably a ticket.
Yeah, I figured, but you never know.
And like if you go to the rules page, it's like just tons of redacted text. It's like a fun little ARG thing, It's part of the fun of Blaseball is not having any idea what's going on in Blaseball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Very, very much so. Like if you look under the rules, you go to 4G, and with all the redacted text, the rule winds up reading, "Once the ball's in play, immaterial plane." I have no idea what that could mean. And in a time where baseball right now is kind of boring, this is like a good.
Baseball's always boring.
Baseball?
I
love baseball.
Does baseball still exist?
Baseball's like the most boring sport.
Baseball is a thinking man's sport. You have to. It's all about matchups and
stats and probabilities and number crunching.
Yeah. I don't know. I grew up in a baseball household, and so
I was always basketball. That's always been my sport of choice.
More exciting. I wish.
Basketball is fun.
Same,
it's so easy to follow, and it's fun to watch. Baseball, you just sit there for a long time.
Yeah,
baseball.
The only
garlic fries.
Yeah.
Actually, the A's is cool. The A's stadium is cool, or the Coliseum. Like that's a cool place to go. I went there for like a Star Wars fireworks night once. That was fun.
What about the Coca-Cola slide at Oracle Park?
That's fun to wait in line for 3 innings and you get to miss a third of the game.
What do you do on that?
You just slide down.
Slide.
Mm-hmm.
A fun slide.
Don't you like slide down it on like a potato bag, or do you just do it?
You just do it like just
raw dog.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it.
Oh, don't
literally
say
the only word. Literally the only applicable word there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Have y'all been keeping up with any televised sports? Have you seen any of the virtual crowd nonsense that they've got?
I've seen some clips.
I've seen some choice clips going around of
like literal clips of clipping happening, like athletes clipping into the crowd.
Stuff going real well. It seems like.
After seeing the evolution of wrestling adapting during this quarantine of going from no crowds to fake crowds, now in baseball seeing actual paper cutouts of people, it's interesting.
All right,
it's a weird mix.
Last question about Blaseball. The most important question about any shared cultural touchstone. Is it over? Is it too late to get in? Did I miss my window?
Just beginning.
Okay.
I feel like
it's been like a week, and I was like, oh no, I am. It's supremely uncool if I'm only getting into this now. I might as well not bother.
I'm worried if it's scaling too fast. Like I feel like I joined like a week and a half ago, and there was maybe like 500 people in the Discord, and now there's like 4 times that amount. Like it's definitely accelerating at a faster rate than I expected. Well, I mean, not that I expected. I guess social media makes everything bigger. But I'm wondering if it'll be like too big to keep up with in a fun, like the way it is now soon, because it is like growing so fast.
Chat points out that we're not even out of the discipline era yet, so it's probably still some leeway there.
Yeah,
it's technically still a beta. Like, there's beta on the website, so
yeah.
it's like,
and they like have the commissioner put up a Patreon, you know, to help with server costs, and you can get some bonuses by signing up there. Which, like, honestly, you know, the commissioner is doing a great job, so I support that.
Clearly,
shouts out to the commissioner.
Is it a game? Everybody's favorite question. Does this count as a game?
Sure.
If clickers count as games, then this counts as a game.
Yes.
Right.
That's fair. Yeah.